You'll be this Purge, bringing you guys a best of two or a set of two between Evo and Navi. This is in the GosuLeague Division 2. If you guys want to see tournament information about that, go to gosugamers.net, and on the right side there is a link to GosuLeague Season 1 or 2. This is in Season 2, so you can see how everybody's been doing so far. But currently, Navi won the Division 2. I'm sorry, this is Season 3 Division 2. That's what I was talking about, excuse me. In the Division 2A, Navi has 5 wins and 1 draw. So they've only lost 1 game. I can't remember what team that was against, but I did cast that set. I seem to remember they went for this weird Wisp strat and it didn't quite work out for them. So Navi has 11 wins. That means they win the division. Infuse actually did very well additionally. They got 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. But they lost to Navi in their heads up, which means that Navi is the team that advances and Infused does not. So, but Infused will be there next season. We'll see if they can work themselves back up into Division 1. They're playing against Evo, though. Evo is currently sitting at 5 points. They have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Other good teams that were in the league, Z Nation was pretty good, and we also had the other remaining teams were Z Home, IN, DPP, and Baguette. So, if you guys want to check that out, gosugamers.net, and then in the upper right corner, go to the division, GosuLeague Division 2, and you can scroll down and find them. So, that's the GosuLeague. Season 3 is about finishing out. Season 4 coming up in a bit. And picking so far that I have missed now. We have a ban on Broodmother, Naga Siren, as well as a Tinker. We also see a Lycan Nature's Prophet and a Darkseer ban. So Invoker will be first picked by Puppy. We have Bala standing in. So they're missing Arzart, but they do have Emo 2. This is actually Havost, who decided to not change his name over, which is annoying, but it happens. So Havost is there playing Emo 2. They have Puppy, Dendi, Light of Heaven, and like I said, Arzart is missing. So Evo over there, Go Audio Bubs, Blue Core Gasha Wern, probably, and Blah Blah a few. And they go for a Venomancer as well as the Templar Assassin. Now I think part of the reason they grabbed a Veno is because the poison damage over time is obviously very, very good against Templar Assassin. Just does so much damage, and it's so many different damage sources that it burns through refraction extremely fast. So Venomancer are very good here against TA. If they pick them, then they don't have to deal with having the hero there. So works out nicely. Leshrac is going to be picked by the Radiant team as well. Possibly going for another push hero. There is a Chen possibility. I don't know if they want to pick it though. And they're going to go for a Sand King, so they're just going to go for a good team fight. They like Sand King a lot. I see Navi play and pick Sand King very often. At the very least, they'll have a good dual lane. They'll have a Leshrac Sand King dual lane that they can use to dominate some solo, possibly Templar Assassin. And Leshrac is pretty much the other hero that's a perfect counter to Templar Assassin, just because of his Edict damage. Does amazing damage over time. Does so many little ticks. And it does a lot of damage, and hits invisible heroes, so Templar Assassin can't simply just meld and not take damage. So, great picks from Navi so far. They may go for an Exhort. I'm guessing it's going to be an Exhort Invoker since there is a Sand King. Sand King can perfectly set up a 2-second stun. You can do a 2-second stun into a Sunstrike, which is awesome damage, and that would work out very nicely. So. Alright, one more pick from Evo before we go into the banning stage. Dire Team still needs a possible jungling hero, long lane solo, and maybe a carry. But I'm not really sure where they're going to go at this point. They could get a lot of different things. They have their solo mid with the TA. They have a support with Venomancer, so they could really pick all over the place. They could grab a Chen, they could grab an Enchantress. Darkseer's gone. They can grab a Lone Druid, and they're actually going to go with Tidehunter first round, which is a little surprising. It's a hero that doesn't get banned very often. But it is very good against Sand King as well as Leshrac. Squishy heroes that usually don't want to be disabled in a team fight. So, at the very least, they'll have pretty good pushing, or at least decent team fight from that. We see a Windrunner ban next by Navi. So they don't want to have a really survivable long lane solo. I mean, Windrunner is a pain in the butt to gank usually. It takes a lot of support resources, and they're not really expecting... They're trying to get a Chen out of this, by the way. They did ban an Enchantress, so they're hoping Evo would just not ban Chen. If they don't ban Chen, Navi's going to grab Chen. And that's kind of a giveaway of their drafting, but they're okay with that, because they don't really care about what else Evo gets. And they do ban a Chen. So they ban the Chen. Navi guaranteed doesn't get the Chen. They can grab an Enigma here if they want a jungling hero. And then at this point, Evo's pretty set back, so it was a smart Enchantress ban from Navi. We'll see if they get it. They might not grab Enigma, but I think there's a pretty good chance that they will. If they just get Black King Bar and Enigma, he doesn't have to worry about getting disabled, at least thus far, due to Evo's picks. They're taking their time though. If they grab Enigma, the Dire team could pretty easily grab like a Beastmaster for their long lane. Maybe they're a little concerned about that. Maybe they're just trying to figure out how all their pieces are going to fit together. If they grab Enigma now, they'll still need a long lane solo unless they do a dual lane Leshrac Sand King, which is possible on the long lane. But it might be kind of tough. I don't know, we'll see. They have about a minute left before they have to make their decision, so they have plenty of time left. I think Enigma would be a decent pick, but I might be missing something major. Tidehunter's pretty good against Enigma, and they could counterpick. Maybe they just want to think about doing something weird. Maybe they're trying to work in some weird hero, like a Keeper of the Light maybe, or maybe even like a Nerubian Assassin or something. Would be kind of fun. Visage would be awesome to see. They could Visage Tri-Lane with a Sand King Lesh. Sand King Lesh Visage Tri-Lane is very good. Tons of damage output out of that, and they're actually going to grab a Rubik, so it looks like it's going to be a Dendi Rubik, maybe? They need... Alright, I thought we were going to see Dendi play Invoker, but the fact that Rubik is drafted makes me wonder... I mean, Dendi always plays Invoker for them, and he always plays Rubik for them. Well, that's not true. Have we seen... Wow, Nyx Assassin is actually drafted on the Dire team. Awesome. It's going to be fun to see. I don't really know where they're going to land. I assume they'll do either a tri-lane or a solo, maybe a duel. He could really do a little bit of everything. Preferably not a tri-lane. He's actually not that good in a tri-lane, because he definitely needs some EXP to get to 6 relatively quick. But kind of a cool draft out of the Dire team. A lot of new heroes. Veto Tide plus new heroes, including a TA as well as a Nyx. So... But with the Rubik drafted, it kind of makes Navi's lanes a little weird. But I mean, he's a great hero to have against Tidehunter, is the main reason that they drafted him. He'll also give them pretty good survivability against the Nerubian Assassin, which is, you know, just a nice side effect. Nerub does a lot of magic damage. They actually grab a Jug, so this means that we're going to see probably a support SK and a support Lesh, I'm guessing. Unless nobody is really wanting, none of the carry players want to play Rubik, in which case Rubik could be playing support. It's a possibility, but I'm not really sure if we'll see that. So they have decent pushing right now, and they throw a Juggernaut into the lineup. And I mean, Juggernaut's pretty good against TA. There's that advantage, but it's kind of a weird draft out of Navi. But I assume they kind of just want to dick around a little bit because they don't have to worry about it. I mean, they have a very, very good chance of beating Evo here, so I thought that they were going to pick some weird heroes anyways, which is kind of what I'm expecting out of everything. So Mirana's the last pick out of Evo, a hero I haven't seen in a long time get played. And this means we see a Tide and a Veno support, so it may do a tri-lane with Mirana, with Tide Veno, and then a solo Nyx Assassin. That's my guess. So, that is my assumptions at least. Okay. So now we just have to wait about 30 seconds before the game starts, and all the players have to pick their heroes as well. I assume it'll be a Sand King Lesh support, but it might be a Rubik support as well. I don't know whether they could farm the Lesh, they could farm the Sand King, and they could farm the Rubik. It's going to be one of the three, of course. So we're into the game now. For the Ready team, looks like Dendi is going to be playing the Invoker. Puppy is on the Rubik. Light of Heaven on Juggernaut. Emo 2, this is Habost playing the Sand King, and finally the stand-in Balas is going to be playing the Leshrac, so it's going to be a support Leshrac. For the Dire team Evo, we have Blah Blah FU playing the Nyx Assassin, going for a Stout Shield top. Mid is going to be Go Audio Bubs playing the Templar Assassin, and on the bot lane is going to be a tri-lane, so Gasha, Venomancer. We have Wern on the Mirana and Blue Core on the Tidehunter. So, pretty good tri-lane. Arrow combo. They don't have any other stuns other than the arrow, which makes it slightly weird, but they have so many slows here, they should be able, and pretty effectively be able to get a kill. The backache spikes. I don't know how he sleeps at night, but probably just sleeps on his stomach, I suppose. That would make the most sense, right? Or he just floats in the water. He's already surrounded by fish, so that's probably it. That's probably it.
30 seconds.
Dendi has to reboot PC, unfortunately, so he's going to go do that now. So we can talk about the lanes a little bit more. Let's look at some starting items. Now, just kidding around. Juggernaut has an interesting mask, actually. Is this a rare one? No, it's uncommon mask. Light of Heaven has all the stuff, man. If you guys don't know who Bass Hunter Tiny is, Bass Hunter is a a musician, and he made a Dota video a really long time ago. People credit him for part of the reason that Dota is actually so popular in Europe. But that was a long time ago. That video is very, very old. But in the video, he got a butterfly and tiny, which is a terrible item build. Terrible, terrible item build. So Bass Hunter tiny. Bass Hunter, Base Hunter, sorry. I always say Bass Hunter. It's more funny that way. Wow, they're actually doing an Invoker long lane solo. He's expecting there's gonna be a Rubik. I'm sorry, maybe it's a dual lane. Okay, Rubik's plays in Warsaw. I guess it's gonna be an Invoker long lane against a Nyx. I actually played this matchup last night in a game and it sucked. As the Nyx assassin. I tried to make a recording, but it didn't turn out so well. I made some mistakes, of course, but Invoker, especially if you go an Exhort build, it looks like he might still go Exhort. Since he's long lane soloing, he might want more regen here. But he's basically expecting them to tri-lane this. They're not going to do an Nerubian Assassin long lane solo, and they're probably not going to do a Tide Venno Nyx tri-lane on the safe lane, so he's expecting to lane solo against Nerubian Assassin. He's going to be correct in that, and he's going to be able to outlane him probably as the long lane. They're also going to have a tri-lane versus a tri-lane situation, except the benefit is that this tri-lane, of course, is on the safe lane, so they can pull, and they can do a double pull, and they're going to be up against another tri-lane. So the tri-lane for the raiding team is going to look a little bit better, I think, I dare say. Leshrac Burrow Strike, sorry, Sanking Burrow Strike into a Leshrac stun, plus a spin. Should give them a kill perhaps, but we'll see how it goes. Could go a couple different ways. Mid lane's probably going to be Puppy playing Rubik, I guess. That's my assumption at least. You know, this doesn't really make sense. Why would Sanking buy a Stout Shield if he's not getting farm? I'm not really sure what they're doing. Maybe they're going to do a Rubik. But then you think they would want a Leshrac maybe mid against the TA. I'm not quite sure. Maybe he just simply wanted a Stout Shield. Simply put, wanted a Stout Shield. Done deal. We'll see. But the fact that they're already down here does make it look like a tri-lane. I assume it'll be Puppy soloing mid, I guess, but that's very uncommon. Puppy almost never takes a mid role. Almost always plays support or a jungler. Usually jungler, though. But he's obviously not going to jungle on this hero because you cannot do it. Large mouth base hunter. Yeah, you're totally right. It'd be hilarious. Dude, 2006 was a really long time ago. 6 years ago. That is a really, really long time ago. Go to look it up, guys. Just go look up Base Hunter Dota or something. That's hilarious. It's funny stuff. 30 million views, that's insane. So, Puppy's going to at least ward the long pull. Probably will place a ward in this area. Might do a ninja ward, but I don't expect them to have sentries. Yeah, and they don't have sentries, so if he puts a ward down, it'll be unstoppable. The second ward, I dare say, needs to be placed on the bottom half of the map, possibly at this spot, or this spot. And the reason for that is that, by the way, the drawing doesn't work on my screen, it only works on the map, so just keep an eye on the map if you guys want to see where I'm drawing. You always want to ward where the support heroes or the tri-lane is because you want vision between them and your mid lane or whatever other lane the tri-lane is next to. Because at some point the tri-lane will leave their lane and they're going to go gank somewhere else, assuming they're good players. They're not going to sit in the lane the entire time usually. And there's a smoke on Venomancer, so the Observer Ward will be at least slightly neglected for one gank. But a gank is pretty much necessary. And Mirana's pretty safe by herself with Leap, so unlikely that she would be killed. Well, you know what, she could actually be. Double stun is going to kill her with a little bit of damage, but either way, we will see some roaming from these guys, so I dare say Puppy's most likely going to place a ward to stop this pull spot so that Nyx can never get an advantage. And even then, it might not even be worth it. But I think he's going to place one there just to guarantee, just in case there's a support top. And then he's going to run towards the bottom and place an Observer Ward somewhere in here, here, or here. That way, if the Dire team tries to roam or get behind the tri-lane hero or enter the jungle, they will be spotted by the ward. That's the most likely place that we will see wards going down. That's my guess, at least. See how that turns out. Templar Assassin went for a slightly high damage build. One slipper. Sometimes we only see them grab like a self-tangle with 3 Ironwoods, and that's about it. There's a reconnect from Dendy, so game's gonna be starting in a second here. And there's resumes. Now all the cool warding stuff that I talked about, it's actually not going to be on the pull spot. So just wants vision to make sure that they can see if heroes are coming back to gank Dendi. So this is a smarter idea. Like I said briefly, I said that they probably... Well, my reasoning was that they could block this in case there was a support hero here, but like we said, like what I mentioned another time, they actually know that there's probably not a tri-lane there. They can actually already see the bottom, so they know. So the reason that he placed this here, which makes a lot of sense now that I've seen it happen, is because they know that it's pretty easy to gank along lane solo Invoker, and they're not going to be able to... Oh my god, did I really miss the first blood? Are you serious? Why would they fight that? Don't get it. Was there a Burrow Strike? God, I can't believe I missed that. Should talk less about dumb stuff. God. Ugh! Sorry. Sorry! That's pretty funny. I was like, okay, they see each other, they're not going to engage, and then they engage. And it was actually... Who's the person to die? That was Priest of the Moon that actually died there. Wow. So they killed the enemy's carry for first blood. Who got first blood? It was Juggernaut that picked up the gold. So, very weird. Alright, Puppy does go mid. He's actually currently still sitting on his ward, apparently not too worried about the kill. Juggernaut is... Is he going to jungle? You see a jungling Juggernaut? Is he ganking? Sanking gets another kill. What is going on? Venomancer gets killed. Bala's may end up dying to this, so he did use Edict, but a couple right clicks and he gets picked off. Alright, 0 for 2 right now. God, are they dual laning? Alright, they're dual laning a Jug with a Rubik. Very weird. Okay, cool. I don't know, did I mention this? That it was a possibility? That explains why everything's confusing. It started off with the first blood bottom. Sanking is up against a tri-lane with the Leshrac, and they can obviously kill heroes because it's been working out, so... Some weird stuff going on. There's the Tango. He doesn't have a Burrow Strike yet. Apparently I just need to watch bottom. There's the spin, actually, and the damage on top of TA. He uses Meld, but obviously Light of Heaven just has to wait for his next Blade Fury before he can get a kill here. Puppy's going to have a Telekinesis in 6 seconds. And then TA dies. And they're actually just going to leave her. Venomancer gets another kill because I left the lane for a second. Leshrac this time is the one to die. I am 1 for 4 at the moment for catching kills, and hopefully the track record continues for the rest of the game. Nyx Assassin, 1 of each skill, interesting. Spiked Carapace is a new skill, gives it a little bit of Reflect. There's an almost kill in TA. She actually popped a salve, I think. I think she salved and melded, maybe? Not quite sure, but her HP is quite healed all of a sudden. I have to check Skype, apparently, because I am... What is going on? I don't think that is necessary to read right now. I can't talk about that right now, man. Alright, Puppy is on the Rubik now. He is level 2. Gank is coming in from Puppy. There's the Burrow Strike on top of the Mirana. Here's the follow-up stun. She actually leaps just in time, but the stun still lands on her, actually. And Ballas, I think, is going to get killed first. He does die. Puppy is trying to help out, but he is pretty dead. There's the arrow as well. And a Telekinesis is used. Yeah, they actually do get the Priest of the Moon before Puppy goes down. So, at the very least, they do get a kill. Another Gush on Sanking, though. He looks dead as hell. I don't think he's going to survive this. A couple right clicks, Anchor Smash, and let's see, Epic Jukes or something. He's going to die. He does get picked off. Venomancer with the kill. So, 5 to 3 at the moment. Top lane things look a little weird on Invoker. He is harassing down the Nyx. Nyx with a bottle now. Oh, he actually interrupts his bottle usage there. He might throw a stun. I'd be a little surprised though. It's pretty expensive. And Dendi is still regen. He's actually going Quas Wex. I haven't seen Dendi go a Tornado Invoker in forever. It has been a very, very long time since I saw him grab this build. But against the Dire team, it makes sense. They don't have that much strength. Unless they stack Arcane Boots, the EMP is going to definitely make them very vulnerable. Especially as a long lane solo, it's much safer to go for a Quas Wex build, because then at the very least you can use Ghost Walk. So, that's the trade-off. Oh, big arrow on Sanking, actually gushed, as well as Gale making big mistakes. Awesome stun from Ballas, though. I don't know if he can make the plays, though. He's maybe thinking about trying to kill Tide, but it's not going to happen. Burst Strike actually goes through. And I think we're going to see Venomancer possibly die. One more right-click, Tower gets the kill. Man, crazy lane so far. There's one leap as well. And Tide is still very hard to click on, but he can pop a salve, so he'll be okay. TA got killed mid during that as well. Mariano killed Sanking, Juggernaut killed Templar Assassin with help from Puppy, of course. And they have sentries now, so they should be able to shut him down, even more so than they were before. And Jug actually going for the Blade Dance build, so he's actually going for a non-pushing build. Usually when we see Jug played at the high level, they usually just grab Blade Fury with some healing ward levels. They don't actually grab Blade Dance, so he's actually going for like this weird hard carry role. He's like actually trying to hard carry this game, like a regular Juggernaut hard carry that we see in pub games. 2 arrows on the Mirana. Puppy has a haste. He spots them out, but doesn't want to initiate. Creep's taking some tower damage as well. That's pretty expected. Light of Heaven up to 11 last hits. Templar Assassin at 59. There's the spin as well as the telekinesis. He is going to melt this, but he's taking a lot of damage. And the Sentry's placed as well, and now pops Refraction. Buys him a second, but Light of Heaven needs a hit. 1 hit. Puppy gets it. So, unfortunate that Juggernaut was not the hero to grab it, but they grab the kill again, and that's really good against TA. Awesome combo to shut him down, especially the telekinesis positioning is extremely clutch. He's just kind of spending a lot of time going back to base, because very mana expensive telekinesis plus Fade Bolt. So, he goes back to base. He's now level 5. He'll be able to steal a good skill soon. Dendy apparently diving on Nyx Assassin, and she gets killed. That's a Phase Boots on Invoker with 3 levels of Quas, which gives him insane regen. Look at this, 10.4 per second. It's really good regen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The game is 7-7 at the moment for 5 minutes in. Leshrac is level 4. They're still playing it pretty safe though. Tide at level 6. What the hell is going on? Tide is the highest level in this dual lane. This is insane. He's going to be diving here. He does have a Ravage. We'll see if they burst strike out. There's 1 TP coming from Puppy. He's going to try to help out. There's the first stun. Oh my god, can they kill him before he Ravages? Oh, it's going to be close to get him. He didn't get the Ravage off. The telekinesis stun when he came back down stopped him. And no Ravage despite having good... That was totally good reason to dive in my opinion, but great combos from Balas as well as Havos there. That worked out really nice. He burst strike, then they had a follow-up stun, and then the telekinesis, and they happened to burst him down with the Fade Bolt. Fade Bolt helped out a lot there. So, no Ravage at all. Light Heaven does have his ulti picked up. It's going to do some damage on the TA. Just trying to work her down a bit. There's actually a trap being used, and there's a spin as well. She may end up dying. She's going to meld for just a second. Oh, wow, that was really close. Light Heaven almost got the kill, but opting to back. Smart choice there. Very close. I think if he would have committed to that, he could have gotten the kill, but it was so dangerous. As soon as the TP was there, he would have maybe gotten the kill, and he probably would have died if he did actually continue spinning. So he's running all the way back to base now with his phase. So good play there. Invoker now level 7 on the top lane. He has actually 3 levels of Quas still. Sorry, I thought I saw 4 there. Puts another Observer Ward down just to guarantee that he doesn't get ganked, but here comes the ganks. They're actually going through the river instead, and there's smokes, so it's not even going to catch him. There's pretty much no chance of him getting caught. Or them spotting them out. And interesting ward. Weird, I've never seen that one. There's the Gush on him. Gale as well. A couple right clicks, I think going invisible. Yeah, not even going to help. Did they really place a ward here? Is that even possible? Let's check Dire Vision. Wow, that actually works. I didn't know you could place a ward there. I don't know if that's a bug or not. There's the telekinesis trying to grab the kill on the Nyx Assassin, but Puppy not able to. He eats a Gush as well. Now he's going to pay for this one. Gonna have an Anchor Smash, maybe. What did he just... What was that? Oh, that was Mana Burn. It's like, what is that animation? And he's going to get killed. Tide Hunter picks up the last hit, so good ganks there. Nyx almost dying to creep. Wow, he is really limping here. Bot lane, we do see a Burst Strike and Mirana. Follow-up stun as well. Edix is being used, but she's going to leap the opposite. Oh, she gets trapped in trees a bit. Now they just have to stay close enough to get another Burst Strike, and Havos will be able to grab this kill, I think. He just needs the vision. Can he juke it? It's going to be close. He's trapped. Maybe if he would have done something like this, he would have been okay, but it just didn't work out. Invoker in trouble. Denny's in trouble. Light Heaven comes forward. He's going to be able to ulti this Benno very easily. Super easy kill there. A couple more right clicks. There's the spin again. He's going to have to trade for this. It's going to be close. He actually does get the TA kill. Another Phase Boots, but the Gush gets the last hit. A stun from Balas now. Right clicks there. He's got a Gush, actually. Good pickup. Gush very, very good in this situation. He might be able to grab Light Heaven, though. Nyx wants the kill. There it is. One hit. There's the stun. Bonus damage and the Mana Burn. Great play from Nyx. He really needed that. 390 gold for that one. What? He didn't get the kill for that. That was legitimately... That was a split kill. That was really weird. That, like... I don't know if a creep last hit that. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe there's, like, little range damage that last hit it. But that should have been Nyx's kill, not, like, a split both ways for Tide. So that was pretty weird. Gush actually very good ganking ability, though. I mean, it's not a stun, and it's not AoE, but the slow that it provides is pretty solid. Minus armor is also good. Burrow Strike. Is he going to gush it? He's going to gush the Tide. He's going to get the Ravage off, though. Catches 3. Here comes Priest of Moon. Lands a great Starstorm. This looks really bad for Navi, actually. Leshrac gets dropped down, but Denny wants a kill. Eats an arrow. There's the Tornado. Can he get a double on Benno? He decides to back off for a bit. A little worried about this. Puppy almost dying to creeps here. Run, Puppy. Gets the kill. Alright, runs back to base. No Ravage for him, though, was not able to steal it. And pretty typical Nyx Assassin build right here, guys. Max out the Impale. You're probably... The reason you don't want to grab more mana burns is because it actually doesn't do more damage every time you level it up. The mana cost goes up by a lot, 90, 110, 130, 150, and the cooldown decreases massively. So when your mana pool is effective, you can actually spam this, but until that point, you don't want to put levels into it. Usually you'll just grab Spiked Carapace, max out second, because the stun duration is huge on it. 2.4 seconds when you're ganking. Works out very nicely. So he'll probably maybe grab an Arcane Boots, maybe some other options. Might see a gank on Venno. Ooh, Gale's going to land on Dendy, but he's still so fast. And he can go invisible. They do not have detection. There's the invisibility from Nyx Assassin. There's the Gush. Dendy's in trouble. There's the first initiation. He doesn't realize the stun as well and the mana burn, and he gets killed there. That's the power of Nyx. Big burst damage, and he didn't see it coming. If he knew that Nyx was there, he would have gone invisible immediately, and he may have survived. There's the sentry on Venno, but... Oh, they actually spot Juggernaut. He knows. He's like, oh god, they can see me. But no mana from Nyx. We see the arrow. Arrow's going to land right on Light of Heaven. But they're not going to follow up on it. So he will be absolutely fine. Top tower does get picked off by Navi, though. That was the Sanking as well as the Leshrac. Man, there's so much stuff going on. Let's look at the KDs right now. Kills, deaths, and assists. It's actually Juggernaut at the lead with 5, 1, and 1. And a lot of Dire heroes actually doing quite well. There's the spin on the mid lane. He is going to use phase, but he didn't actually catch up in time. So instead he just does some slight damage to the Priest of the Moon, and last hit goes to Mirana. Then he's going to use the Tornado bottom. Does some damage here, picks off some range creeps. Gank on Templar Assassin, though. There's the Telekinesis Sentry Ward. Already put down Gush as well. Fade Bolt, but he eats an arrow as well. Edict doing some good damage output. Templar Assassin does the burst, though. Puppy's getting low. It's going to be close, and it's not going to matter, actually. Burst Strike and Puppy was able to tank it up on a big Omni Slash, actually, as Nyx almost getting killed. The spin is going to grab him, though. Leshrac is dead. Looking for a Gale. Gale lands on only the Sanking. Juggernaut actually does not get hit, but now hitting for some good damage here. Big damage hits. Tide Ravage going to catch 3. Picks off Puppy. The Epicenter as well. Does some good damage. And a Gush. Tide making big plays here. Wow. Ultra kill on the Tide. Blue Core having a great game. That was good for him. Puppy even is like, oh damn, I walked into the Ravage and I died. And that's exactly what happened. So that was a big play from Tide. This is just one of those games where your Tide support happens to get a shitload of kills, and it turns out really, really well for you. Just a big turnout for that. He actually does pick up another mana burn, surprisingly. Wants cooldown to be slightly lower. He still doesn't have that much mana. All the mana spells on Nyx are so expensive. I mean, 160, that's about 300 and some. 315 or so, and then plus mana burn. All of a sudden you're burning 400 mana. That's his whole pool just for cycling his 3 abilities, not including Spiked Carapace. So very rough to use those. He's just gonna Burrow Strike on some creeps. Getting kind of surrounded though. Tide's coming around for the backside. There's the slow. Can they reveal him though is the question. There he actually does get removed. Initiation. There's the first spiked. Oh, great stun as well. It's actually blocked in a slight amount. There's the meld looking for the damage. He goes Sandstorm again. And now some juking going on. There's the trap going on. There's the tornado going to land on 2 heroes trying to grab the Nyx. He does use Cold Snap, but he's getting mini stun big time. He goes invisible then. There's the stun. Actually does grab him with the Sentry Ward up. Great plays from the Dire team so far. Another Gush as more action is happening. A Burrow Strike on Venno, but the slow's not going to trigger on Navi. Evo's doing the unthinkable. They're matching Navi in this game so far. Gonna have another Burrow Strike. He's looking for a squishy support hero, but Puppy goes too aggressive. Oh, the burst damage on him. Burrow Strike through on the Nyx and a Sandstorm as well, but now he's got to run. Obala is able to kill the Venomancer. I'm sorry, the Tide Hunter, but the Plague Wards get the last hit and a Sandstorm in 1. There's a Sandstorm. Burrow Strike lands on the Nyx. Oh, the great arc Spike Carapace there interrupts him and gets the kill. That was an awesome play by Nyx. That was such a good, that was a great play. It spelled, reflected all of that Burrow Strike damage. That 300 or 280 damage, after it got reduced, got reflected completely on top of him. Worked out amazing. Venomancer is very close to his mechanism top lane. Light of Heaven has a ring of health, excuse me. Wants to get a kill. He does have his ulti, but he's only level 10. It's just not worth it. He could leap out, and he probably wouldn't die to a single level 1 ulti. If it was level 2, it does twice as many jumps, so much better chance of getting a kill, but for now, he's just going to play it safe. You have to be very, very cautious with your Omni Slash, guys. The cooldown is huge, 130, but mostly the main important thing is that Juggernaut is just simply not that strong before or without his Omni Slash. I mean, spin is good, his auto attack is pretty reasonably good, his heal is reasonably good, but his Omni Slash is really his only way to control a hero kill. Can't really do it very well with just his right clicks and his spin. Most heroes will just walk away or teleport or something like that. So, currently pushing top, we're going to see Tornado. It's actually going to catch a Tidehunter, but he doesn't realize Nyx is going to initiate. Here's the first hit, first stun, Gush as well, burst damage, and then he gets killed again, man. Wow, this Nyx Assassin pick is really paying off. The initiation has been very crucial. He's got Arcane Boots now, so his mana pool is sitting pretty well. And he's basically just been the initiator. You can't react that fast. Unless you're Cinderin, which he did earlier today. His reaction was insane on a gank, but the Nyx pick is really working out big time. His ganking potential is insane. His just has so much burst damage, works out amazingly. And plus with all these Arcane Boots on his team as well, it's helping out a lot. I mean, he did a gank there. That was like a full cycle of spells, and he's just completely fine. So it's going to be cool to see the mana burn up at a high level so early on in the game, but it works that way when you have that many Arcanes. They've got one, two, okay, and not as many as I would have said. This is the new Sandstorm, by the way. Well, it's not new, but this is kind of like going back to the way it used to work. You can actually jungle with it. And creeps, the problem, I got told this by Rise, I believe. This must have been really early in the beta before I was in, but Sandstorm used to not at all damage, or the creeps, neutral creeps wouldn't run away from that damage. So you could use Sandstorm to farm a Blink Dagger too fast, so they had to remove it from even damaging neutrals, because you could farm a Blink Dagger just way too fast and it was overpowered. And then they finally fixed it so that if you're smoked or your people or creeps are taking a damage source that they can't see, they just walk away from it. So they fixed it. So now that the creeps walk away, Sandstorm again can damage creeps. It's like this weird result of the creeps not running away from damage sources like that. They're going to be able to take out Roshan though, Meld helping out a lot for that. Big minus armor there. There's the Sentry Ward down in the river. Ooh, then you might get slowed. Oh, they actually broke this trap instead. The second one is not going to catch him though, slightly outside of range. And Nyx with the regen now. It's going to be a great item choice. I'm sorry, a great regen possibility in case he burns his mana pool. But his HP is still pretty low, so I don't know if it's really going to pay off. We'll find out. The balance between him dying from damage and surviving from damage and popping the regen is kind of scary. Unless he saves his ulti to go invisible when he's in trouble. So, we'll see. They're actually just pushing mid at the moment. Most of the Dire team is bottom, so I guess they're going to have to trade here. They do throw an Impale down. And the tier 2 tower will fall very quickly to Leshrac. I dare say they can actually just keep pushing. There's a Perseverance on Juggernaut at the moment. Looks like he's going Battle Fury. He's tanking things up pretty well. Why is the Healing Ward different? I swear to God the Healing Ward looked differently. They just changed it. I must be insane or something? Oh, it must just be the back, the patch or something. And they're going straight up the mid, and look at this. Dire team traded, they took a tier 2, but is it worth it? They landed Air on Leshrac though. Starfall as well, puts Ballas pretty low. There's the Ravage, I think, yeah, he gets picked off immediately. Light of Heaven also getting picked off. And great plays from Evo. Puppy's gonna steal Anchor Smash, not the spell he wanted. And the Telekinesis will buy them a slight second and get Invoker out of there, but another team fight lost by them. They got the tower down to about 338 HP, but that's not what they needed. They're pinging on the bot tower, actually. That Ravage was just so crucial. Does he have Blink? He does have Blink, yeah. There's a Blink on Tide, and that's the main reason that was so scary. The arrow on the Leshrac also helped out a lot as well. Just started off the team fight, they chain stunned him, Ravage followed it up. It was very good. There's a Starstorm on Dendy. He's kind of like, okay. Guess there's a Priest of the Moon standing next to me. See if they can take the mid tower. Nyx actually has a lot of money. Is he going to get Dagon? Is the question. It's 2,800 gold. He's about to be able to purchase it if he goes for it. Tornado will miss everybody except for Venomancer. Does mana drain. Nice play from Dendy. He's still chasing. Actually wants to pick up the kill. Great smoke actually. And a Sentry Ward also used. But the power of the traps slows them down so they can't pursue. 19 to 27. Navi's losing this game right now, guys. They have less kills. That's weird. 2,000, 3,000 gold advantage for the Dire team. EXP is looking at a pretty big advantage for the Dire team. That's a big EXP advantage. But at least Navi is able to generally keep up with the gold disadvantage. They're actually only one tower behind, so their gold disadvantage is not too severe. Now let's keep in mind late game. Dire team is going to have a TA, they're going to have a Priest of the Moon, and they might have some kind of semi-carry Nyx. It looks like he's actually going for a possible Orchid, as we see Tidehunter get picked up mid. He bought the Oblivion Staff, so I guess he's going for an Orchid. It's not going to be a Refresher. I guess it'll probably be an Orchid. That's actually a pretty good ganking tool. Just break and biz, use the Orchid, and then burst damage. That would be pretty cool to see. But once again, kind of a lot of mana, or a lot of money spent towards mana items. When really I feel like he should be more concerned about just HP or damage at this point. Although Orchid does do damage, so it's not a terrible choice. There is no glyph, so the mid tower is going to go down. They pick off that kill. Nyx shows up. There's the mana drain, Light of Heaven. He may initiate here. He's thinking about it. There's a lot of creep waves, so they're taking so much damage. There's the Healing Ward. Does buy them some heal. It's going to keep them alive. Puppy's not dead yet, but Nyx is able to pick off Dendy. I'm sorry, the Rubik. One stun will miss there. He actually puts his shield up, but Leshrac gets killed again, and they're not done chasing. They're trying to grab Dendy. There's a blink away. Oh, the trap gets put down. One more blink second for Tide. And there's the blink. He's going to Ravage it. He's just going to gush Dendy. He goes invisible. Good Burrow Strike. Buys him some time. Now the Ravage won't kill Dendy. But he's still running away. Is he going to blind Ravage it? He's thinking about it. He's like, should I do this? He's got another blink. Nope. And he decides to back off. Very crucial Burrow Strike from Hovos there. If he didn't Burrow Strike, Dendy was dead to a Ravage. It was going to happen. Nice EMP Tornado. And wow, goodbye to your mana. This is Wex level. He's actually maxed on Wex. He doesn't have any Exort yet, actually. Kind of an interesting skill build. So 400 mana to be burned. Did Nyx buy, yep, his second Oblivion Staff. So he's definitely going to Orchid. Very short period here until he gets to finish that. It's going to be good against Dendy, or I'm sorry. It's so hard thinking of Rubik and not saying Dendy because he always plays Rubik. But it's going to be very good against Invoker. Pretty good against Leshrac. Good against Sand King as well. Pretty much a lot of the heroes on the Radiant team. Very good silence targets. And a couple more phase boots than I would have expected, actually. Puppy has phase boots, as does Balas here on the Leshrac. Can they catch Mirana? There's the Burrow Strike. It's going to miss, though. That was actually a blink Burrow Strike, but it failed. He leapt away in time. And what did he steal? He stole Leap, actually. Woohoo, Leap. Puppy, you're so fast. Now, Dendy possibly going for Aghanim Scepter next. Maybe he'll Force Staff first. We'll see. Might be an Aghanims. Looks like they're going to go bottom. The tier 1 tower's still up. I mean, it's kind of funny. They took the mid Rax tower, but now they're going to go bottom. For the tier 1. You know, just a natural progression and all. Lighthaven currently jungling on Ancients. He's pretty far away from his Battle Fury, actually. His farm, let's see what his GPM is at. Last hits and denies. His last hits were pretty high at 81. He's died 3 times with 6 kills. Priest Moon uses her ulti, though. She's going in. Wants a team fight. Hits Puppy at first. He's actually going to leap and TP out. Great play by him. And that actually distracts most of the Dire team. They might be able to grab somebody else. Yeah, Leshrac's going to die from this one. He gets Gush. He's going to try to TP. Are they going to have to Ravage this? Oh my god, he's going to make it. He TP's out. Great play from him. He was like, alright, you can either Ravage or I get away. And he decided not to Ravage. Silent Stick was used against Dendy, I assume. And they all back up. So no deaths on Navi from that escape. Worked out quite nicely. The leap really paying off. Went into this little corner, leapt over. He thought, okay, this is easy. I can just walk over there. I'll be able to kill Puppy. But it didn't happen. So, and Mech is now finished on Rubik, so even more survivability for their team. It's something they definitely need. The AoE from the Dire team has been pretty severe so far and hard to deal with, so. Now the Battle Fury is finished on Juggernaut now, so his ulti will do more damage. If you guys, there might be a team fight mid though. There's a Tornado EP stun, is going to miss. Tide Ravage, perfect timing, catches 3. Do they have an epicenter? They haven't used it yet. Arrow lands on Sand King actually. Oh, he Ravages back, he gets it. Puppy got it. Burrow Strike on 2, picks off those 2 Venomancer as well as Rubik dropping. I'm sorry, that's Templar Assassin actually dropping down. She's going to blink to the high ground. There's the Sandstorm, Deafening Blast. Needs some damage output. There's the Epicenter channel. They want to go straight for it. Here comes Burrow Strike. Epicenter picks off Tide and the TA, and they drop 4 heroes down. Awesome plays there. Big damage to the mid. 1 tornado. God, tornadoes go so far. It's insane. 26 to 30 at the moment. Goldgraph back into Navi's favor. EXP jumping up a lot too. They are playing well. That Ravage was absolutely clutch and necessary from Puffy to win that team fight. If not for the Ravage, things would have gone the opposite way. And there's buybacks actually from TA as Navi's about to push in. There's the first trap. A little bit of slow. There's a Blink Dagger on PA or TA, but that's about it. Arrow's going to land on Light of Heaven. He still hasn't used his ulti yet, but there's the Burrow Strike. First mini stun. Sandstorm is able to remove his shield charges. There's the Sentry. He's got to walk away now. He's in trouble. Gets Galed, actually. He's got 4 seconds till he gets another Burrow Strike. Light of Heaven so low. He gets killed before he can even pop his ulti yet. Now Narub changing targets on Puppy. Another slow. Tornado will buy him a second. Denny's going to get stunned from that, though. And Puppy gets nailed. Big burst damage there. Man, the Juggernaut just hasn't been able to contribute, honestly. I mean, he's got more kills than he has deaths. I'm not saying that's the problem, and it's definitely not Light of Heaven. It's just the limitations of the hero, in my opinion. I mean, he gets silenced, he has to spin, and then he can't ulti. I mean, he basically needs his ulti to be effective. I mean, he's got the farm at least. He can farm really fast, but it's going to be heavily delayed here. So now the Dire team's turn to push in. Light of Heaven's still dead for 16 seconds, as is Sand King as well as Rubik. And mid tower will be picked off. They actually lost the Ravage, which is probably the worst thing about... Arguably, maybe not the worst thing, but it's definitely the second worst thing about dying in the team fight. Or losing that team fight. Never good to die, that's for sure. Believe it or not, did you guys know that? Dendy finally has his Aghanim Scepter finished, so you guys ready for Fast Fingers? WTF Invoker is on the way. He still only has 3 levels of Invoke, so the Scepter cooldown will be 4 seconds as this comes to him. But he's got Exhort levels on the way, so we're going to see some amazing Dendy play. This is like the stuff that we saw probably 6 months ago, was a Quas, if not a little bit longer. When Quas Wex Invoker first came out, we saw Dendy play Quas Wex all of the time and just dominate. So it's going to be fun to watch him here. We'll see how many spells he can cast. Does Nyx have anything new? Nope, just the Orchid. He is getting some stat levels now, though. They are still roaming. They're like, okay. Seriously, guys, let's get the tier 1 tower. One illusion is slowing down the wave a bit, but it'll die still. And while Light of Heaven is here, taking up neutral creeps, because he has a Battle Fury. It's very close to his 3rd level of ulti, which will give him an extra 3 jumps. And either way, I dare say he just needs to straight up ulti in a team fight. It's so hard though, like the silence and the stuns and the burst damage. He's in a bad spot. They've just been bursting him a lot before he can cast anything, which has been the problem. Priest Moon uses their ulti. Oh, the sentry's placed, so here comes the team fight. They're going to see it coming. There's the Edict on top of Nyx. He throws the stun, Tornado to initiate. Wow, he died so fast. Blue Core looking for Ravage. Ravage is caught. Do we see an ulti? Light of Heaven looking for it. He's got mana now. He gets stunned. Huge epicenter, cleans him up. Oh my god, that was it. Was that a Ravage as well? No, just an Anchor Smash though. But either way, oh my god, that epicenter cleaned up hard. Light of Heaven wants an ulti, but he won't be able to catch it. This team fight. Sunstrike! Oh, it does land, doesn't kill him though. And besides, it's still like a level 2 Sunstrike. Are they diving? Oh, okay. I was like, guys, you still got a tier 1 tower to kill. You're diving racks already. Light of Heaven, Kitty? Yes, he can. Okay. Alright, they've got a healing ward at about 20 seconds, and they're going to be fully healed. But they killed 4 on the Dire team here. Alacrity on that guy, really? Alright, Sand King it is. There's the right clicks. Tier 2 towers is gone. So they got the tier 1 and the tier 2. Catapult is next. They still have about 12 seconds. Can they take a Rax now? Puppy's actually in tank tower a little bit. Actually, oh, they're blinking mid. Going in. Telekinesis as well. A couple burst damage. Oh, she mantas and leaps out just in time. Is he going to Sunstrike? This is mana's pretty low. There's a Tornado. Doesn't spot her, though. And she TP's out, so... Very, very crucial leap there, but look at this healing ward. That's insane HP. 70 HP per second. Juggernaut, possible Ravage. There's the Burrow Strike. Does he have the Ravage? I can't even click on him. There's a bunch of stuff happening. Light of Heaven is sounds. He gets killed again. Still not able to use his ulti. And the arrow's going to land right on Dendy. 5 seconds stun now. Radiant Courier gets killed. Dendy is going to die as well. And it's just back and forth team fights going on here. Ballads, can you TP out on time? Yes. 80 HP. Damn, dude. 30 to 37. Navi, can you buy back? Sand King has a Black King bar, but he is dead. He cannot buy back. Dendy can buy back. Is that an arrow I just saw flying across the map? Juggernaut can also buy back, but he would like to save his money and grab a Yasha. Man, he is just getting destroyed. He just constantly gets killed. He doesn't have the HP to Omni Slash. It just doesn't happen. The burst damage from Nyx is insane. They can just kill him every time right before. Not to mention the silence, of course. They just burst in and silence him, and no Omni Slash comes. Very frustrating. So far, very even game, 30 to 37. Goldgraph still in Navi's favor, despite the Dire team having more kills. EXP is slightly in their favor, but this game is still extremely close, and both teams could win in the late game. Now, in terms of farm, Priest of the Moon is just sitting on a drum, phase, and a manta. We can do some other item checks as well, since there's been so much action. There's a plate mail and a Rube, so possibly going for a Shivas, maybe. It might be an AC. Kind of a weird item choice. I'm surprised it's not like I don't know, maybe a damage item instead might be better, but his HP is still kind of low. Could be an AC, though. Maybe an AC. Oh, they're actually going to find each other. Narub finds Sanking. He gets silenced as well. And the arrow falls. Oh, Black King Bar actually keeps him alive. That was so clutch. He definitely would have died if not for that BKB. Tornado on TA. TA is in so much trouble here. There's a Sunstrike, couple right clicks, and yeah, he's actually going to ulti this. He's like, oh, I never get to use my ulti anyways, so I'll just use it right now to get a kill. Can they get her when she... Oh, definitely blast too early, actually. There's the Blink Blast, and Ruben Assassin going to initiate. He's going in on Invoker. There's the Burrow Strike. Good Ravage catching for... Dandy is going to get picked off as well. Ball is very, very low. And now Light Heaven's like, nope, TP and TP. And they are gone. So 2 heroes getting killed. They did burn the Aegis on the Templar Assassin, but good escape and good follow-up from the rest of Evo. Coming to help cover them. Worked out very nice. Good plays from them. So here comes the next defense. Most of their ultis are on cooldown though, including pretty much just Priest of the Moon and Tide are the important ones. A lot of traps going down, just in case there is a dive. Now Sanking can Burrow Strike or Epicenter Blink. He's actually on cooldown for Black King Bar for another 7 seconds, but he could do it pretty soon here. Rest of the Dire team does back up. More traps being placed. There's the blink in. Burrow Strike lands on Veno. Veno may end up getting picked off. DD also on Sanking. Puppy 4 steps forward. And now a Gale. He's actually not going to use his ulti. I thought maybe he would. That's why Puppy backed away, I think. Because he didn't want to give Veno ulti. But Nick's Assassin almost going in, but decides against it. So Light Heaven at 1200 gold now. I think he may want to do either Manta or a Sanjin Yasha. Sanjin Yasha actually kind of a common build at times for a Jug when he goes carry build at least. It's not usually, I mean, look at it this way. Usually when we see Jug, it's not all push strats. Oh, he's getting ganked. Veno's going to pause. This is going to be ETA. Can you see this? He cannot. So he may get killed. He has a sentry though. So surely he will see the Narub. I don't know if he can actually see the Narub. I think the line is about here. It's going to be about a second. Who's close? This is going to be Ballas. I don't think Ballas is going to be able to save him here. Look about the numbers again. This is actually a just about dead even game, about 800 gold advantage for the Dire team. EXP is actually severely in their favor. Wow, they've won teamfight after teamfight here. A couple major ganks. Juggernaut, Sanking, as well as a tower getting destroyed, I suppose, is where they're getting all their numbers from. Look at some other stats as well. KDA, Nick's doing quite well, 9, 4, and 14. Last hits and denies. Priest of the Moon's doing extremely well. Hero level, pretty spread out. Leshrac, the one that is definitely slacking. Or behind. EXP per minute, very, very high on TA. And here comes the resume. Can you live Light of Heaven? That's the question. P-break for others too. Alright, we're not done yet. Current gold, 2800 on TA. She actually doesn't have any item other than Drum. Very interesting on Drum choice, huh? Total gold earned. Priest of the Moon is actually in the lead. Are you serious? That's very surprising to me. What is her CS? Is it better than everybody else's? Yeah, she actually does have more last hits than everybody else. I'm surprised she's farming so well. She was in a tri-lane. Kind of went back and forth a lot. She was the first person to die. Not that that impacts things very much, but surprising she has so much money. She must have bought back. She should have better items than this, I think. I mean, Light of Heaven is looking to be sitting better than her. I mean, she just has a Manta and a Drum and a Phase. That's it. And 1700. GPM, she's at the top. SK as well as Jug and Invoker. So it looks like the GPMs are going to be favorable for Navi pretty soon. Alright, looks like the Dire team is ready to go. Can you live Light of Heaven? Here comes the reaction. We'll see. There he sees it. There's the phase boots. He spins. Great spin right there. Absolutely crucial, and that's going to save him in the gank. Wow, that was close. Very, very close. They did get the splash damage, but the spin was enough to stop any disables, so 1400 gold now. So what are you sitting at? Rub's still looking for more kills. He's gonna find Light of Heaven again, but he's full HP. I don't think he can kill him solo. It'd actually be kind of dangerous. If he initiated, well, he's got a silence, I suppose. He might gank the healing ward. The rest of the players staying on sentries a lot. They know Nyx is ganking, so makes some good sense. Man, if Evo is able to win this game, there's gonna be a lot of rich people on GosuBet. That's for sure. It was like 7% bet it on Evo, and 93% on Navi. Oh, they almost find him. There's the Force Staff. Can he catch him? There's the Telekinesis. First possible nukes. Pot, can he steal something? He actually has Templar Assassin traps right now. Big slow. He steals something else. That's going to be the... Oh, that's not what he wanted. But either way, he does get the kill. So Ruben Assassin is killed. He stole the Spiked Carapace. Arguably one of his worst abilities. If that was Mana Drain or even the Impale, would have been a really good pickup to have. Man, it's insane that Impale is a 2.77 second stun. That is ridiculous. That's a cone. There's a gank going top. There's the blinking gush on Dendy. And May Ravages, they're just going to Gale on him. They don't have to. Dendy's going to die anyways. There's the Epicenter. Actually, he wants to fight it. Pops the BKB as well. Gets him all pretty low. Light FM just going to have to ulti this one. But a lot of invisible heroes. He's unsure. He's silenced. There's the Ravage. Catches two. Even going to catch a Rubik here. He's going to steal the gush. Maybe a Sanking's going to die. I think that initiation was a mistake from Havosir. Now he's going to be the one to die. He did not need to go in. Dendy was already dead. He Epicentered it on 2 heroes. They only had 3 heroes there that were already there. Well, it was technically 2. I mean, Leshrac wasn't there. Didn't spend any spells there. Juggernaut was there, but the Rubik was not quite there yet. He caught up. Did he buy back? Oh, sorry, he TP'd out. It was Sand King that died. Man, crazy game so far. 32-42 at the moment. Dire team with a slight advantage, and EXP earned is still going up for the Dire team. So, push continues.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nyx has bought back, possibly. He's got a Demon Edge. Yeah, he must have bought back because his gold is not going anywhere. Disable on Benno. Dodging the Gush. Puppy using the Spiked Carapace some more. It's actually a pretty good ability. I mean, the cooldown is very, very low. It stuns for 2.4 seconds. Even if it doesn't reflect much damage, it can still be very useful. Venoments are not so farmed. Dendy is looking for kills. He's going to Tornado. Actually, Arrow's going to land on him, though. Gale's well and Dendy. Dendy might be in trouble. Is he going to get ulted? He goes invisible immediately. Telekinesis on Venno. Venno, are you in trouble? There's the EMP. He actually does get his ulti off, though. Gets stunned, but a good usage from Puppy. Wow, he died fast. That was like perma-stun here. I think it's really good. Any AoE damage that's done by a player-based source. I think it's... Yeah, it is a player-controlled source, so 2.4 stun duration. It's an insane stun. Nice. Gem is picked up on Sand King, though, so they will be able to catch Narub a little bit easier. Tidehunter has a Perseverance. He's going for a Refresher. If he can get it, it's going to be close. He still needs an Oblivion Staff and the Recipe, both very expensive. So this guy's about 3,000 gold away from a Refresher. But if he can pick up a Refresher, it's going to be insane. I haven't seen a Tide Refresher in a very, very long time. BKB is also purchased from Templar Assassin to make her magic immune in team fights. And the other stats all around, Mirano with a Demon Edge, probably going for a MKB after this. Jug, what do you got? Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry, he's going Manta, so he's got his Manta cell. Cool. Manta is actually, now that I think about it, pretty much required. He's been getting silence constantly this game, and Manta can actually remove that. So if the Orchid is used on him, he can Manta split out of that, and then finally get his ulti off, which is exactly what he's been trying to do the whole game. Not to mention, Manta does give you pretty good attack speed. 26 agility. Not to mention another 15, so he's getting about, what, 41 attack speed out of this, which will give him more slashes when he uses an ulti. And the HP is not bad either. So, from here on, I would like to see maybe a Butterfly, or maybe a Blacking Bar. Something like that would be good, I think. But he probably has a better idea than me anyways. Priest Moon is going to use her ulti. Here comes the arrow. There's the sentry as well. They spot the arrow. Doesn't land, though. And they know they're getting caught. Oh, there's the one tornado and a TP out from Light of Heaven. Dendy is going to be the one to die, though. And there's a stun. Wow, very easily killed. How much int does he have? He has 100 int, so this spell, Mana Burn, it does 400 damage every 4 seconds. And it drains that much, too. It's insane. Very powerful skill. We killed Dendy so many times. Look at this. 5, 9, and 9. He's actually farmed. Pretty funny stuff. Alright, and they spread and farm for a bit. I mean, Light of Heaven, might be able to outcarry this with a Juggernaut. It's possible. I don't know if he will be able to. Jug's not the best late game carry by any means, but maybe he'll get like an Abyssal Blade or something. That'd be kind of funny. Kind of a cool build. Couple stats if you guys are curious. Dire team actually pushing themselves towards the top with the KD. Invoker's actually second to the bottom. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do this. What else we got? Last hits and denies. Priest and Moon still in the lead. Hero level, pretty well spread out. XP per minute, TA's in the lead. Ooh, Noob's trying to initiate. He's actually hiding here. They do have a gem though, so if he gets close, he's going to get spotted. He was spotted right there. They see him. There's the sentry. He's going to try to TP out. Can they stun him? And there's the telekinesis. Alright, he's going to die for sure. Sunstrike is used. Oh, please tell me he dies. Thank you. He uses his armor. There's a Tide Ravage. Bad Ravage actually only catching 2. Ballas is going to die first. Puppey steals it, uses it right back, and Light Heaven maybe just be able to ulti. Finally, he does it. He's finally getting his ulti off. It's doing a ton of AoE damage with the Epicenter, and they clean up a lot of kills. Blue Core blinks away. Warren is also running, and they actually, I dare say, won a team fight. They lost Puppey, but the Ravage was super crucial. And Nyx Assassin buys back immediately after dying. He's been buying back a lot here. Hasn't been able to increase his item progression. And they all run away. Big kills all over the place. Some pings on Dendi. Oh, Dendi, you're gonna get gank solo again. Just as he runs. Oh, there's the stun! Oh, that was super cool. Dendi's like, oh cool, there's a stun. He's actually fighting this. Oh. That's pretty cool. God, Ice Wall is the nastiest thing ever, man. I hate that spell. It's so good. He's actually messing with these guys. Dendi, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. Look at his vision. He doesn't have anything. He's got no vision at all, but he's like, oh, I'm gonna mess with you. This will be cool. Looks like there's some... Oh, this is a Dire trap? God, there's traps all over the place. I think these are Puppey's traps. See, there's a Burst Strike on an Illusion. He's killed. Arrow. Ooh. Close one. So I think this is a Dire trap. This is a Radiant trap. This is a Radiant trap. Oh, there's a Radiant trap over here as well. Light Heaven's still farming 3,300 gold now. His Omni Slash was pretty sick with the Epicenter as well. I mean, that was just a lot of AoE damage. Now, the jumps that Omni Slash gives, those are magic damage actually, guys, but if your attack speed is high enough, you can actually physically attack in between, which is where Battle Fury becomes really useful. He grabs an Eagle Song, he's going Butterfly, I think. I assume it's going to be Butterfly. If he gets a Butterfly, he gets 60% attack speed, which perfectly makes his ulti better, because it gives him so much attack speed that he should be able to attack in between his Omni Slash more often. Not to mention the evasion is ridiculously good. He can spin and have evasion. He can... his illusions will have evasion. He can just right-click and have evasion. That's going to be great against TA. Now, Priest of the Moon is already got a MKB, which I assumed because it's been a while since I saw her Demon Edge. So she's going to hit right through him, but at least being able to stop all the other people is still going to be very good. And even without the evasion, the attack speed it gives you, as well as the damage, and the DPS generally, is just amazing. So, as an agility hero, Butterfly, arguably, I think it's the best DPS in the game, item in the game. DPS meaning attack, damage, and attack speed. Balancing the two is important, otherwise your damage over time is not nearly as high as it could be. So. Now, Navi's playing pretty safe here. Looks like they are actually smoke ganking, something they haven't done until now. And there's the blink in. It's going to pick up a Sentry Ward. There's an Arcane Boots. Dire Team maybe almost... I'm sorry, that was a Radiant Ward, excuse me. Dire Team actually has no vision right now, which is pretty scary for them. There is a Nyx Assassin up here, and I think they still have a gem. Yes, they do still have a gem. They're trying to lead him off. There's a Psionic Trap, and he's just going to TP out, probably, playing it safe. Rest of the Dire Team all just sitting in base. They do not want to get caught. One tornado goes down by the ancient camps as well. They're trying to spot people out. The Dire Team finally realizes what's going on. Light Heaven's actually going to go TP to the top lane and farm. It's a pretty good wave. A lot of gold here. That's going to finish his Battle Fury, or his Butterfly, I believe. I would not be surprised, at least. So much gold. There's an ulti actually from Evo, but I don't think, unless Navi gets caught here, they're using Phase Boots. Nope, they're not going to get caught. No little arrow. Oh! Poor little creeps. Those creeps almost died. They wouldn't have even seen that coming. It was gonna like weave through trees and murder people. Just, that was a weird EMP. Okay. Dendy's like, I can cast spells, guys. Might as well. Oh, this is awkward. Two psionic traps. Both sitting on the same space. One tornado gives some vision of the high ground. They do spot out Tide, so they know what's going on. He's getting so close. Oh, there's a TA actually, this spotter. They're gonna have to initiate. There's a burrow strike up to the high ground from Havost, and wow, she's actually gonna get killed. They didn't even fight that. I'm really surprised about that. Evo kind of miscommunicating a bit, I guess. TA gets killed solo. Juggernaut was still pushing top, and I believe he's got Butterfly. He's got the money. Almost. But he's gonna save for buyback. Makes total sense. They can catch somebody else. It's actually gonna be Nick's assassin that they're going after. Here comes the Meteor. Great BKB usage as well. Stops a ton of the damage. He almost throws the stun, but the Cold Snap grabs the kill. Burrow strike to the low guard. Light of Heaven's looking for an ulti anywhere. Who can he find? There's a good Ravage as well. Can they follow it up? Venomancer drops. Everybody from Navi is still alive, except for Sanking. Actually, Sanking dying. Gems on the ground. Ball's looking for a stun. Gets picked off by the Priestman. There's the ulti. Does a ton of damage to the TA. And almost getting the kill. She uses her shield. It's going to be close. He grabs the kill. Just barely enough damage. He actually uses a spin here. Possible misuse of an ability. Maybe should have right-clicked, but he's just going to run away here. Doesn't want to deal with the Priest of the Moon. There's just too much stuff she can do to fight him. There's the ward. It's going to give him some heals. Big crits. Put him at 130. He needs one hit to get the kill. But I think Priest of the Moon can run away from this one. Light of Heaven forgot his ward. Nope, it's coming. It's just too fast. He wants his kill. There's the leap. Go. Oh! Oh man, Puppy could have gotten that kill. Oh, that was hilarious. They just wanted to like leap past each other over the chasm and high five. It's like, high five. See you later. Pretty funny stuff. He definitely could have killed Mirana though. A telekinesis as well as a Fade Bolt would have gotten the kill. Wow, they got Midrax. That happened apparently. Didn't see that one happening. There it is, the leap. He's gonna grab him. He's gonna make up for it. Yes, he gets him. Grabs the Star Storm. Good play by Puppy. Oh, that's hilarious. Awesome plays there. Alright, so now Navi is going to take a slight detour in their farming, I suppose. Let's check the graph stuff. It's still 0. It's a 45-minute insane game with about 100 kills. Exactly 100 kills. No, sorry, 90 kills, sorry. Whoops, 90 kills. EXP almost at 0. That's why you don't do math. So you always mess it up. Juggernaut with Alacrity. This is going to be great if he actually uses this in conjunction with an ulti. But he's got Butterfly. Now look at this attack. This is insane. It's a Burst Strike, Cold Snap on Roshan, and Roshan's going to go down. Good pick off there. Juggernaut grabs an Aegis. There's a cheese. Oh, I was going to say, I was like, don't forget it. I think, yeah, Dundee definitely wants this here. They don't need their TP scrolls, no problem. They're still kind of looking for kills here. I mean, they have the Aegis, so they definitely can force team fights, and Navi's definitely in the advantage right now. Despite the numbers being pretty dead even, I dare say that they're at the advantage. I mean, Dendy's got a lot of skills into all of his points, or all points into all of his skills, sorry. Cheese that looks smelly as hell. I love this icon update, by the way. It looks amazing. And we might see somebody get caught to me light. I haven't actually. TA spots him. He's like, oh, nope, just gonna walk away. Looking for an arrow. No arrow for him. One of the nice things about Juggernaut with Battle Fury as well as Manta, he can farm insanely fast with the crits as well. Like, there's very few heroes that can actually. Oh, he actually missed a camp. It's funny. I almost caught a hero though, so that's why. Here comes the initiation. Burrow Strike in on TA. Follow Telekinesis. Here's the team fight. Nick Assassin trying to go in. Oh, the Black King bars are 3 BKBs on the Radiant team. The Ravage did nothing. He stole it immediately. Reflects that, but Puppy's still taking a lot of physical damage. I heard an Omni Slash, but I don't know where it is. Almost kills the Priest of the Moon, but she goes invisible, and they just don't have vision of her. But it doesn't matter. They dominated that team fight. Look how many heroes almost died. Priest of the Moon, Veno, and TA. That could have gone much worse for them. Puppy not done yet. There's the Deafening Blast. Mini stun there. Cold Snap as well. Needs some follow-up damage. The arrow's going to land on top of Havost. And now Denny's got to be careful. There's some buybacks here. One spin from Jug as he retreats. But another burst strike on top of 2 heroes. BKB popped. Somebody goes down. That was TA dying. Dendy taking some focus fire. Tide, you're gone. There's the... Oh, man. Light of Heaven's damage is insane right now. Pick off another hero. And the healing ward. Just healing everybody up like so much. And good game is called by Evo. Navi's going to pull the win. I can't believe it. They were so far behind early on. Excellent play from Evo and super high action game. And Navi is going to win it, finally, winning teamfight after teamfight, finally, with their great heroes. Juggernaut ended up working out. He ends up carrying the game with a Battle Fury, Manta Style, and the Butterfly. Once he finally was able to use his Omni Slash, things got a lot better for the Radiant team. So, awesome play, good decision making, some slight mistakes. For example, Evo didn't need to lose their TA out in front before the push happened, stuff like that. Navi made a little bit less positioning mistakes like that, and they team fought slightly better, and that's why they won. And not to mention, once you get 3 Black King bars, guys, Tide Ravage doesn't do anything, so really helped out. There were 3 BKBs against that Tide there. Then he might actually die. Wow. Alright. Nyx Assassin, Beast Hero, it's official. Really good hero. And awesome plays by Navi. That was a really good game. That was a really fun game to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed it a lot, because I sure did. And that's just game 1. We still have game 2 coming up in a bit. Go check out my website, it is purgegamers.com, if you want to see VODs for later, or instructional tutorial stuff. We also have a forums up as well. If you guys are trying to find people to play with, this is a great resource for that. And of course, GosuGamers.net, hosting the GosuLeague. This is the Division 2 game, guys. Doesn't get much better than this, and we'll be back in a bit with Game 2 of Navi versus Evo.